Okay, ma'am. Hello, all. Good afternoon. Today we are here with yet another story in our case study presentation series, Healing Stories. Today we have with us our coach Priya Gupta. She is from Bangalore and she has 10 years of experience as a dietitian, been working at different clinics in Bangalore. So today we are going to hear her case presentation on childhood trauma to hormonal harmony. Let's hear from Priya. Priya, over to you.
So I can share the recording, right?
Yes, yes, please, ma'am.
Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for giving me opportunity. This is Priya Gupta, holistic health coach. Today, I've come up with a transformational story, how the power of the holistic intervention has helped a woman to come out of her childhood traumas in the case of PCOD. The client details, uh, female, age 30 years, married, BCom graduate, height is 160 centimeters, weight is 76 kgs, BMI is 29.7. She had PCOD since 5 years, hypothyroidism from 7 years. She had frequent episodes of migraine. She had UV ray allergy. She had gastritis issues. She underwent three cycles of IUI fertility treatment, but it was not successful. So doctor had given a break from the treatment, and she had referred to me for a weight loss program. Her details, she had PCOD issues. Her TSH levels were under control. But she was on medications. Her vitamin B12 was less. She had low levels of hemoglobin. Her cholesterol level was high. It was 237 mg per dl. Her LDL was 175 mg per dl. It was little higher. And her HDL was 39 mg per dl, which was low. The meal pattern, she generally takes 3 meals and 2 snacks. That's her breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And she takes her mid mornings and mid evenings. And every weekend, she used to eat out. She's a non-vegetarian. She loves biryani. And her basically in her 24 hours diet recall, she had more of carbohydrates and low protein. Her fiber intake was less. She hates salads. Before her period, she had lot of sweet cravings. So she used to eat a lot of chocolate pastries. And whenever she was stressed out, she just binges on whatever junk, she wants to eat. And she tried out intermediate fasting for 8 months, but she had lost from 80, she had come down to 77. And then after that, she again bounced back. She was losing, gaining back, losing, gaining back, but it was not sustainable. And now when it comes to 7 areas, her physical health was 60% because morning when she wakes up, she used to feel lethargy, she had fatigue. And from 13 years to 19 years, she had a lot of painful periods. With that, just before her period, she had sweating in her palms, just 5 days before her periods. And then from 20 years till 30 years, she had a painful periods. With that, 10 days before her period, she had nightmares, the scary dreams. She had lot of disturbances in her sleep pattern. When it comes to emotional stress, it is 30% because during her early childhood, she underwent lot of traumatic conditions. There was lot of fights in the family. She stays in a joint family between her parents, her father and her grandpa, her grandma. There were circumstances where they have slept outside the houses for few nights. And then his father been to jail also. After she was around at the age of 8, she was sexually abused. And at the age of 9, she reached her menarche, and the same day her grandma passed away. So when her grandma, so the whatever the rituals, the menarche functions that supposed to happen didn't happen. And then after 6 months, she was playing with her cousin, okay, in a swimming pool, and then her cousin drowned and he passed away. After 1.5 years, again, her father was diagnosed with a blood cancer, and since there was a lot of financial constraint in the family, he didn't wanted to spend any money on his disease, so he decided to commit a suicide. So after his father committed suicide, her mother went into lot of, depression, lot of panic attack, and she used to, literally hit anybody who comes on her, in front of her, hit them very badly, unconsciously. And then from a joint family, she moved to a single family. She moved to her father's sister's place. She was physically challenged, but she really took care of both her mother and her. There was a change of schools, change of friends, from a joint family to a nuclear family. Then the school subject she used changed, so she never used to mingle much with her friends. She didn't make much friends, so she used to be always, in the depression mode, in a depression way only. She never used to tell her feelings to anybody because her mother was into, all but into a depression. So there was no one to listen to her or, talk to her, to share her feelings. Then in ninth, eighth standard, again she changed her school, and whatever decision after 1.5, yeah, she changed her school. So whatever the decision, her mother became better. She became cured herself, and then after she became fine, then she started working, and she became financially independent. So whatever the decision, what subject she has to take in PUC or in the degree, all the decision has been taken by her mother. And then in the degree, she wanted to become a CA, but since because of the financial constraint, she didn't become a chartered accountant and she failed in the one subject. So that was again a lack for her. And then her emotional health, her personal life was 80%. That is, she used to share everything with her husband. Husband used to stay with her mother only. They used to stay with her mother, and every weekend they used to go to her in-laws' place. And her social health was 70%. It was good. She never used to mingle much with her friends. Only thing is, the weekend she used to go to her in-laws' place. Not much of outing, not much. Hardly she used to meet with her friends, probably, like in a yearly once. Her vocational health was 80%. She was very happy with her work, but only constraint was she used to have long working hours. So which long working hours she used to have. And her financial health was good. But the thing is, she always didn't buy, she always wanted to save the money since because of her childhood experiences. She never spend money. She never spends on jewelries or, for her dresses. She always wants to save the money. Her spiritual health was 50%. She never believed in God. She never had any kind of goals. She felt, why did his father did like that? Why did God had you know, given her such kind of life? Why did her parents, her father committed a suicide? Or she used to always compare her life to her, cousins or, somebody, there was a lot of comparison. And now the dietary intervention, what I gave her is I gave her a lot of, I gave her initially started with the seed cycling so that that could help her to regularize on her hormones. And I included a high protein diet and the low GI meals. Then I included a lot of anti-inflammatory foods like ginger, garlic. I gave her a lot of pepper, turmeric, and I had asked her to take this one Cabellion tea that help her to reduce on the inflammation. I basically increased on the fiber and emphasized on the rainbow vegetables. Colorful vegetables. She didn't like the salads, but what she only came up with the idea like she wants to crunch all the vegetables and make it in the form, in a waffle maker, just make in the form of a waffle, and she used to have it. I reduced on the sweets and the refined carbs, improve on the hydration, and then she hardly used to take 1 to 1.5 liter of water. So I made her to take around 2 to 2.5 liter of water, and then we started with the vitamin B12 and the iron supplements too. Now the holistic intervention is, see, initially she was not, ready to accept that there is something good in her life. Every initial 2, 3 sessions, she only had a complaints. She had she always had a questions like, why my life is like this, why I was given this kind of life, and why did my father commit suicide? So just to break her thought pattern, what I did is I just sent her a TED Talks videos and asked her to write the reflection of it, write the summary of it. And since she had that nightmares, in the night, just before her periods, just to break on the thought pattern. So I had given her, the mandala art, just take a printout of the mandala art and just ask her to color it. So however she feels, she can just color it so that she could, reduce on her thought pattern and to give her calmness. And then I asked her to do 10 days of emotional journaling so that she could introspect her emotions, what kind of emotions, she is undergoing. And I asked her to write what is the 5 positive things that has happened the whole day. And then I used to send her almost for a month. I sent her a positive quotes and then made her to join the gym because she started with her walk, but she was very irregular. Okay. And then after that, I asked her to practice forgiveness. This forgiveness of unposted letters and the burning process, and then asked her to practice acceptance, then gratitude journal, and I asked her to do a meditate deep breathing exercises, the box breathing, and then the affirmations, and then after that the visualization, and then the meditation. Now, after the session, her physical health literally improved to 80%. Her vitamin B12 and vitamin D improved. Her morning, the letharginess went up. She had a positive attitude towards life. Her periods became regular without any medication. And then her emotional health became 70%. She had no more nightmares. There is absolutely no scary dreams. She used to sleep very well. Her sleep pattern literally improved, and she had improved on her confidence also. Her personal life became 90%. It's like before she used to overthink and then talk to her grandpas, to her mother, or she used to think and then talk to people. Now she became spontaneous. She just outspoken. And then her social health became 90. She started mingling with her friends. She made sure she joined, her friend circles and made sure every 2 months they go out. And she used to go out with her husbands, with her in-laws. So everybody used to have a family trip actually. So they literally used to enjoy, she made sure that, at least 3 months once, that family gathering, going out and coming, she made sure. And her vocational health also improved. She had more focus, no more fatigue, and she had that confidence, that she could do her work. And she used to plan her positive, what are the five positive points, the whole day, what she has to do, her five important tasks to do it. So that helped her in her vocational health. The financial health improved. She started planning things. She had financial goals, and she started spending for herself on her dresses. She started buying, the things which she likes. And her spiritual health improved to 70%. She started donating. She started believing in things. She stopped comparing herself with others. And, though she didn't pray to God or, believe, but she started believing in herself. No, the key outcomes is her natural, there was a natural periods, a menstrual cycle without any medication. Her nightmares completely disappeared. Energy improved from 60% to 85%. There was a 5 kg weight reduction. She reduced on the migraine and bloatings, and her anxiety decreased. And this was the client testimonial.
Ma'am, I'll read this out. Kindly pause the screen. Priya
Even
has been one of
I
the
was about to say
okay.
that. Okay, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Priya has been one of the best decisions I have made for my health. When I first met her, I was struggling with PCOS symptoms and felt completely unsure about how to manage them. With her expertise guidance, I not only gained a clear understanding of my condition, but also built sustainable habits that have transformed my health, my daily life. Through her sessions, my PCOS symptoms reduced significantly, and I even lost 5 kg in the process. But beyond the number, what meant the most to me was how supported and understood I felt throughout the journey. Priya combined nutrition guidance with emotional support and counseling, which kept me motivated and consistent without feeling overwhelmed or restricted. What I truly appreciate is her holistic and compassionate approach. We didn't just talk about what to eat, we explored the emotional side of the eating, stress management, and and how to build healthier relationship with food and my body. Thanks to this journey, I feel more balanced, confident, and empowered in managing my health. I highly recommend Priya to anyone seeing meaningful long term change, especially if you are navigating something like PCOS. With her, you don't just get a diet plan, you get a coach who genuinely cares.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's amazing. Very, sorry, I'm on the wrong side of the light. Okay. So very, indeed, a heavy, heavy history. And Priya, you really rock. That's what I should say. And that was amazing. The emotional thing. And my question is, sorry, Soumya, I really got excited to ask few questions, Priya.
Totally,
So,
totally.
Priya, the first question is like, how long was this coaching? Was it a 3 month study or a 6 month study? How long you were with the client?
It was 3 months, ma'am, exactly third month. And the 13th week, she got her periods, and then she stopped actually. She went abroad. She had that plan. And then she went abroad, ma'am. She been traveling to Philippines and all.
Okay. So, when was this study done? Because you were mentioning like she started moving out like every 2 months or 3 months with her family. So, how long
Yeah.
this study has been? I mean, when was
This
this done?
And after that, I just for last holisticon, I took the feedback because she didn't give me the feedback. So
Okay.
in that process, she had told me actually, like she's been going out and the improvement has been there. So actually, this case I took it in last year March till I think June it was. Then after that, I just did a follow up to her, ma'am. So whatever the
Wonderful.
inputs, no, I have added it.
See, what I'm actually telling every coaches here. Yeah. upcoming case presentation as well. See, first thing is like try to give a what is the duration of this coaching? This is one. Might could be 3 months or 6 months, even it could be a year. We don't know. So you just mentioned that. Second thing is that very importantly, once they are done with the program, you just mention that you are still in connect or you're still doing the follow-ups. That adds more value, right?
Okay.
Means it is giving the audience a perspective. Okay, this is sustainable. See, the client is still trying to be emotionally balanced. It's not just stopped with 3 months. Even after 3 months, the coach is still connecting with the client, and also the impact the coach created is still long lasting. That the client is able to take care of herself.
Yeah. So till now, when I spoke to her also, she doesn't get the dreams or whatever the what she used to get from the dreams before her period. She doesn't get it, ma'am. It's completely sustainable.
Was
The
there
power.
any connection between the dreams, anything, or is it like the complete trauma of all these things she was having, especially before the cycle?
Yeah, it was the complete trauma, and she was not ready to accept things actually. She had that scary, what if I get pregnant and will I'll be a good mother or not? So that kind of, that perception she had it. So she used to get scared, before her periods, she used to have this nightmares and all, ma'am. So after the emotional counseling, it has completely reduced. It's no more actually.
Wonderful, wonderful study. I'm speechless, and I really love the way you did the recording. Within 15 minutes, it doesn't look like 15 minutes, but within that, you have delivered every single thing. Thank you. Okay, so coaches, yes, I would like to hear from you all. Anyone would like to have share your
Yes,
thoughts?
yes, ma'am. Yes, it felt as if this is
Be on camera.
happening.
Be on camera.
Sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it really felt like I'm this is happening live. Actually, it didn't feel like a recorded one or something. Very intense history taking that I can see. And we cannot ignore the one point here. What I liked is the TED Talk reflection that she has asked her to give, and the gym thing. Certainly, many problems we feel that emotional. When we have a great physical strength, a lot of emotional things can be overcome very easily. When you find the strength with your body, just imagine, you're feeling sick or weak. If anyone comes to you and even sharing a small thing also irritates, right? When having the physical strength will give a lot to work upon your emotional trauma or whatever it is. So that one thing I really liked about. And so many things actually, 15 minutes you compiled a study of 2 years, I would say. I'm actually speechless and spellbound. All I can say is, yeah, great work, Priyaji. It's amazing. Yeah, I actually presented very late, I would say. This should have come long, even before. Yeah, but nevertheless, yeah, we're glad that we could see this case study. Yeah,
Things
yeah.
comes
So
at
I
the
request
right
others.
time,
Yeah,
Soumya. It comes in the right time.
yeah, yeah.
So
Correct.
Swapna, get hold of Priya, get the micro case, and this definitely needs to be presented. I feel a very well deserving case to be played on the Reversathon. And I must really say, Priya, she always comes to the 2 p.m. session, silently watch, listen, pause, reflect. And if she speaks even few words, it will be like really, really impactful. She reflects in such a way that she speaks seldom, but if she speaks with a lot of sense. So now I'm able to see that. I mean, no wonder that you did a very, detailed, a very depth history taking. So not new to me, but for the other coaches who are listening to her, so this is Priya. Okay, so any questions, coaches? Please just share your appreciation or your understanding, or how did you feel after listening to this case? So everybody has become speechless after listening to your case presentation. That's what I was able to sense. So if we don't have any questions to be asked, means Priya has really presented at a very, utmost simplicity, and it is very straight, easily relatable. Thank you so much, Priya. But one out of curious question. So, who is this client? Is that the client known to you, friend or a relative, or
Oh, no, she
no?
was referred to me by a gynecologist only, ma'am.
Oh,
I didn't know
wonderful.
her.
You should
Yeah.
have said that first. Now we have something
I
very
told
strong
now.
for a panel discussion. Okay. So I will get in touch with you then. Okay. That's nice. That's really amazing. A gynecologist referring. That's amazing.
Yes.
Great. So coaches, no questions. So shall we wind up the session? I was expecting someone to appreciate her for the work she has done. If not
We
on
are
camera,
totally speechless. Totally
yeah.
speechless.
Well, even that has to be. I feel like it has to be, vocal. Say
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you are speechless. That's absolutely fine for us.
Yeah, I would love to say about it. I missed the starting part, but whatever I heard, very nicely implemented all the things like how Sir has explained how to take the history and all, more deeper thing in that. So, very nice. Kudos to her. Kudos to Priya. I got motivated with these things, how the history has been taken. Thank you, Priya and Revati and all the coaches.
Thank you.
But Priya, it's really a surprise that how a gynecologist actually made up her mind that the case to be referred to you, not giving the otherwise intervention. Yeah,
No, I definitely need to
that's
get in touch
really a
with
surprise
Priya.
to me.
No, I have to. For the panel discussion sake, I have to
Because
get in touch
what
with
I
you.
do, no, ma'am, actually what I do is, see, after I take a case, whatever the doctors refers to me, I go back
Mm,
and tell them the summary. How did I take it and what did I do it?
very
So,
nice.
yeah, so when I tell them, so they will like, Acha, this was also there. Oh, I didn't, we did, why do you take like that? The case history when they,
Mm.
why do you actually take the history like that? And how do you have time so much to take? We will not have time, to take all this history and all.
Priya, you should be there then on the panel, please. I mean, what was their reaction to that? I mean, Gainek, when they knew about this entire history, whatever you have took over time, what after listening to your reflection, what was their reaction? The
She was
Gaineks.
also really happy and she really appreciated me. See, this is what, okay, this is
Mm.
to do it, okay. So, the kind of credibility, the doctor and we'll have, that will be much more actually.
Right. Mm.
Yeah, otherwise, the patient they'll refer, we just give them a diet, so they will not know what
Mm-hmm.
it is, what it is not there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mm.
Priya, possible for you to just to share the summary of it? How, I mean, what kind of a copy you shared with the gynae? Do you have a copy with
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, yeah, I have the copy, ma'am.
Okay, you
I
stay
have
in
the
Bangalore, right?
case history. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. So you can just share it either with me or with Soumya. So we will do a printout from it. And we
Okay,
really
okay.
wanted to hand over this summary to a gynae who's coming for the panel discussion over there. Why? Because
Give it in return, ma'am, but I told her the case, no, whenever I meet her, so I tell her the summary of the each cases, whatever she refers to me, I tell her the summary. Okay, this is what it had happened, this is what the things are, Bakar. Like for one case, she had referred me. The client had episodes of epileptic attack in the initial early, and she didn't know only. So when
Mm.
I told her, she like, okay, this is also there. Okay, okay, I was not knowing. Bakar.
Mm. Wow.
that's
I
amazing.
mean,
See, yes, yes, Soumya, please go ahead. Yeah.
no, ma'am, you continue it.
No, see, when it comes to the diagnosis part, so doctors have a structured way of getting the history, right?
Yes, yes,
And
correct.
they sometimes it is see to earth is human. It doesn't matter whether it is a doctor or a dietitian, anybody, any healthcare professional or medical professional. But it is very important for us to collect every single medical history of the client. See,
Yes, yes.
epilepsy is something that has to be, taken into consideration. But somehow the doctor missed. See, here we are not pointing out the doctor. What we are trying to say is how a detailed history taking can actually help the patient to reduce the burden of managing it better, reduce the burden over the quality, right? Because they are very much compromising on their life, the quality of life. But when we have a proper history taking, when we have all the details of the patient, of the client, it is easy for us to connect even clinically. See, even for clinical correlation we need a detailed history taking, right? As a holistic coach, we do assess all the 7 areas, but from a clinical perspective we need every single detail of the medical history. Sometimes I even seen in my history taking, I have seen um, the client having a long term suffering during their childhood for which they've been put on medications, right? Commonly I've seen is like this wheezing, they used to be on some steroids, they used to have that puff, and then moving forward in the teens or the adolescent they would have got rid of it, and they would have, and then eventually maybe in the age of 20 or 25 or 30 they end up having some other condition. When we do the history taking we are able to connect, okay, might be the long usage of this such and such medicine could have already altered the metabolism inside which we are not aware of, right? And the way you have done is like very very inspiring, it is actually making us feel more proud being a dietitian, being a nutrition coach, right? We are not just doing holistic, we are also sound in the clinical aspect as well. We are not doing something just beating around the bush. I really loved it, Priya. Yes, Soumya, you would like to add anything?
I mean, the way the client has started spending for herself and started donating it, that itself shifts her mindset, right? Earlier, she was trying to save, not really liking to spend anything because she has seen that scarcity in her childhood, right? From that, the scarcity from scarcity mindset to actually abundant mindset, that itself shifts a whole lot of things here. And people would believe it or not, but that itself changes the entire metabolism itself. The body no longer needs to store anything, right? That itself shifts a lot many things. Yeah, that's really amazing, Priyaji. Yeah.
So none of the medicine can create that abundance consciousness, fortunately or
True,
unfortunately.
true.
Otherwise, people will be on the long queue. Okay, let me buy pills for 30 days. Let me try it on my own. Okay.
I mean, they see we are spending, people are spending on medicines also, but that doesn't create the abundance consciousness. Spending on dresses would do that.
Yeah, see, no, I'm talking about, I mean, we cannot make one person to pop a pill and make them feel that abundance consciousness. That is what I'm trying to say.
Right. No,
So
no,
with the,
I got it. I mean,
yeah.
yes, yes.
So yeah, see, with due respect, we are not criticizing anybody's field or anybody's profession, but what we are trying to, put forward is that there is a way, and we can definitely have a win-win for every single person who is involved in this kind of an approach. Whether it is a doctor who is referring, whether it is the coach who is handling, whether it is the patient or the family members of the patient, everybody will win eventually, right? The only thing is like we should have that unified message to the client saying that see this requires a lifestyle intervention and nothing could be done with only the pills or the hormonal therapy, whatever it is. In this case, it is PCOS, so yeah, hormones and other stuffs. But longer run, this is what we are uh, marching towards. Let's see. So, right. Thank you so much, Soumya, once again. And thank you so much, Priya, for all your valuable time and sharing all your insight. Happy congratulations. And I really wish you that you come up with more and more such cases. And if you have more cases, please get in touch with Soumya or Srishti. Come do present more cases. We will have more insights, like, how these, we might be pertaining to certain perspective, but coaches like you will open up more perspective, right? So please do come up with more and more cases. Thank you once again, and thank you all coaches for attending it today. So we will connect again tomorrow for the book review, and next week again with the for the case presentation again. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye all. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye.